Okay? Okay, I will start the lesson first. I scared later no time like last week, right? So let's go to the lesson. Okay. Hi, Jin. You can hear me, huh? Very well? Can? Not your head. Okay. If you can hear, very good. Okay, you can see my share screen also. So this is as per usual. Okay, I'll just run through again the rules for the class. Okay, first thing first, use the chat function. The chat function, you all know where to find. And if you put anything, you type anything into the chat function, then don't worry, it's a direct message to me. Other people cannot see it. But of course, you don't spam unnecessarily in the chat function. Okay, so what do you use the chat function for? You only use it to answer my questions if I want you all to answer in the chat. Because sometimes, some classes, they're very eager to answer, and then everyone will switch on their mic and then shout at me answers, give me answers here, left, right, up, down, center, all. So it can get a bit messy lah. Okay, so if I ask you use the chat function and give me the answer for question 1, then you all use the chat function. Okay, so that's the purpose of a chat function. If you need my attention very urgently, you can also raise your hand. Or if let's say I'm talking and you really need to go toilet, you cannot wait until I stop talking, then I give you permission to on your mic. Okay, on your mic and then say, Cher, I'm very sorry to interrupt, but I need to go toilet. Okay, you can go lah. Okay, so that is all for here. And one more thing very important, my share screen, right? Please do not edit anything on it. Only I control my share screen. Okay, so keep your pen, your online pen and all that to yourself first. Do not touch anything else other than the chat function. Okay? Can I continue to the actual topic now? Continue. Okay. Hang on. Let me switch off something first. Okay. Okay, you can see my share screen up here on your computer screen. Let's start by doing a bit of recap very quickly. Last week, I draw diagrams and all. Today, okay, I won't be drawing the diagram, but I'll just have like a summary. Okay, so you all can see my diagram. Let's start with the parts of a plant first. You have leaf, stem, flowers, fruit seeds are together as one group. Okay, and then I have roots. If you are looking at parts of a plant, the main parts, I would say, right, that we are focused more when you go to next year is this 3. Okay? Leaf, stem, and roots. Because next year, then we will learn more about transport system. For now, P4, right, you all are focused more on the general function, general roles of a plant. Okay, so that's why we do talk a bit about your flowers, seeds, and all that. I mean, you all have done flowering plants and non-flowering plants as well, right? P3 maybe? Got do, right? The flowering, okay. Okay, so let's look at function of a leaf. Function of a leaf, the first one is actually this one. They make food for the plant. Because all of us know that among all the different types of living things in the world, only plants can make their own food. Whereas everyone else, if they are not considered to be green plants, then they must obtain their food by feeding on other organisms. Okay, so they cannot produce their own food. They get it by consuming, feeding other organisms. So I want to ask you a question. Type in the chat if you know the answer to this question. My question is, what is the name of the process where plants make food? Answer in the chat. So there's 3 students here, so I need 3 answers. Okay, so in the chat, type up your answer. What is the name of the process where plants make food? If you don't know, right, then write there don't know. Okay, don't worry, the chat only I can see, and I won't say who give what answer one, don't worry. Okay, I have 2 answers, 3 answers already, and all of you put photosynthesis, and all of you spell correctly. Very good. Primary 4 need to know this word or not? Actually, not important yet. But primary 5, primary 6, yes. Okay, so this word better to know now, so that later, do you know some of my P5, P6 cannot spell photosynthesis? So all of you spell correctly, keep it that way, okay? Okay, so first thing first, the leaves, okay, their main function is to make food, but there must be some things that they have, some structures, some adaptations that they have in order for them to make food. Okay, so if you want to make food, let's say I boxed up this process lah, you might consider what are the raw materials that you need. Do you know what I mean when I say raw materials? Yes, no? Raw materials. Okay, let's say you want to bake a cake. Who does baking here? Anyone bake? Jarvis, you bake? Serious ah? Devika also, you help your parents bake or you bake your own stuff one? Bake your own stuff. I can read your mouth, Devika, for some reason. Very cool. Okay, you bake your own cookies and cakes. Very nice. So if you want to bake cookies or cakes, then you must need some ingredients for your bakes. So similarly, for the plant to make their own food, they need a few raw materials. We don't call them ingredients lah. That sounds a bit funny, right? So we call them raw materials. What are the raw materials you need for photosynthesis? You need two. Anyone can tell me? In the chat, write down your answer if you know. I just need one person to contribute. Doesn't have to be correct, but if correct, better lah. Okay, my question is, anyone know what are the two raw materials you need for photosynthesis? Someone say water and sunlight. Anyone else? Have any other answers? Okay, no. Okay, out of the answer that I have here, right, water and sunlight, right, water is considered to be the raw material for photosynthesis, correct. But the other one is actually not sunlight. The other one is actually the name of a particular gas called carbon dioxide. You all got here before, right? This gas, carbon dioxide. Okay, so I don't want air. Air is like this huge mix of gases. So among all the different types of gases you find in air, the plant only need one particular one. It's called carbon dioxide. Okay, so these are your two raw materials. However, you have water around you, right? Correct or not? If let's say on your table, there's a cup. Like right now, I have a cup. You can't see my cup. Where is it? Here. Okay. So let's say my cup here is water. Okay. Then I also have carbon dioxide in the air around me. I cannot make food. Where is the food? How come I got no food being produced? What else is missing? Anyone? Raise hand, then you can unmute yourself, Jarvis. Jarvis, you raise your hand, right? You want to answer my question? What else is missing? I have water on my table here.
I cannot see properly. It's quite
Oh, you
laggy.
cannot see? It's just a cup lah. Just a cup with water. I have water here. And then I have air all around me. I have carbon dioxide. Why am I not making food? What am I missing? Two things. I'm missing two things. You all also, you all have water around you. Let's say you have a cup of water. And then you also have air around you. Why are you not making food? What do you not have that plants have? Nobody? Nobody. Okay. You are missing this thing. Sorry? What thing, Devika? Devika, I cannot hear. Devika, cannot. Cannot hear. Nothing come out. You also cannot hear Devika, right? I think. Cannot. Type lah. Devika, type. Okay? That you are missing these two conditions. Okay? The first condition that you are missing is actually light, but actually you all have light lah, correct or not? Around you is very bright, you can see things, means there's light present. But there's still one more thing that you don't have, but plants have. Not minerals, no. this thing called chlorophyll. Yes, correct. You all got here before last week, got talk about it, right? Chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll, if you forget, this word is referring to a green pigment. This green pigment helps to trap sunlight. The word pigment, right, by the way, right, just means substance lah, huh? It's a green substance that helps the leaf to trap light. So we don't have it, even though we got light all around us, we got carbon dioxide all around us, we got water all around us, we still cannot make food because we don't have chlorophyll. Okay, so plants, especially the leaf part, contains this thing here. I'll put a star. That is what makes leaves and plants, green plants in particular, so special. Okay? Okay, this is the main function of leaves. There's also another function of leaf that you all must know also, and that is the second one. Okay, is to allow exchange of gases, because plants, okay, let's take photosynthesis for example. Photosynthesis, you need, oops, what is this? Photosynthesis, like what I said just now, you need these gas, correct or not? So how can the leaf take in this gas from the air? They need some openings on the leaf. They need gaps, like tiny holes like that. Okay, we don't actually want to call them holes. We prefer to say they are openings, tiny openings. You can't see one. Okay, if you pluck a leaf from outside, right, or if you look at your own house plant, the leaves of them, you turn over on the underside, you can't see the opening. They are that tiny, but they are there. So you can only see under the microscope. If you are lucky, then maybe your school will bring you to the lab and show you all these things using microscope if you are lucky huh? Okay, if not, you can always request your science teacher in school. Okay, anyway, come back to here. So to allow this thing to happen, okay, exchange of gases, you need tiny openings to be present. And they have a name for these tiny openings. Anyone remember what they are called? It starts with S. Write in the chat if you know the answer. The tiny opening found on the underside of the leaves, they are called your... How many words is it? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, what did I do? Hang on. Oops. Okay. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. Oh, 2 people did the answer already. Oh, very good. And you all give me correct spelling some more. Excellent. Stomata. Stomata is actually the plural name for it. Jervis, you said stomata, I think. You are correct. When you give me answer, right, must be confident in your ability one, and proud of it that you get it, So just say stomata. Okay. So tiny openings called stomata, they are found more on the underside of the leaf. Does it mean that on the upper side don't have? No, they have. It's just that they are so few, so little on the upper side that we don't consider them to be present. Okay, so we look at more to the underside. Okay, so this tiny openings called stomata allows the leaf. So this word I use the word allow here. Okay, the stomata don't transport, the stomata don't absorb, the stomata don't use any other verbs other than this word here, allow. They let, they allow. Okay, so they allow the exchange of gases. Okay, so that's the leaf. Let's move on to the stem. The stem got 2 main functions also. The one that we are, the main one, the one that we always talk about, right, is that the stem's function is for structural support. Over here, they just write support, but me, I like my answer to be as detailed as possible. So when a person read my answer, right, they wouldn't have any other further questions. So why I add the word structural here? Because if you just say, oh, the function of a stem is to support the plant. Support in what way? Financial support, is it?